Hello, everyone. I'm Barbara Dirtina with Wellness Matters You Matter. And today I wanted to talk about something that just struck me. I get my ideas while I'm growing and reading and watching things. I'm just a seeker, and I've always been. And so, one of the gurus that I have been following for the last couple of years is Brendan Burchard. And I finally broke down and got his book, High Performance Habits. I mean, just what an incredible book it is and what he has done in the world with all of our top leaders and athletes and CEOs and so many names to mention. And so I'm only on the introduction part, but one thing really struck me because I am a former teacher and I have teaching and education in my blood. So I do tend to still teach, and I love teaching or sharing information, and I do still teach children online. I want to inspire and empower them. And that even leads to what I was reading today in Brendan's book. Because our children, I feel, our world is changing so fast that our children really need to be empowered and learn who they are, what their core beliefs are, and how to navigate our world, what they stand for, and right now we're in a midst of another global situation, and that is the war on Ukraine, and watching what the people stand for. They are not willing to put up with something or overpowering them. They know who they are, what they stand for, what they want to in their country, and they are willing to die for their beliefs. Now, that is really strong conviction. And they know what they don't want. So, a lot of times in spiritual and personal growth work, we talk about contrast as opposed to good and bad. But contrast shows you what you do want and what you don't want. So, they very strongly know what they don't want. And I think of those children. This is a huge pivotal moment for the rest of their lives, as our ancestors have done before. And so that leads me to what I want to talk about, because Brendan was talking about the old formula for success. And this talk is about success, and I'm seeking more success, or what success even means to me. And so, and how to keep moving forward in a changing world. And that's exactly my point. Because before, even guiding our children today can be tricky. I think it's very important to teach your children to know how to learn, how to seek, how to pivot, how to be resilient, how to look at opportunities in a changing world. Because I know for me, my parents, and I still see even parents my age or even my children going to the old formula for success. And that is, work hard as you can, stay with one company, make sure you get a good education of general knowledge. And I'm also reading Think and Grow Rich, which I read many years ago. And they're also addressing that it's nice to have a balance of general information. You don't want to be so specialized that you're in left field. But if you have a lower level job or such a specialized job or general situation, AI is taking over those jobs. You're not important. We need thinking skills and social skills and a smattering of hats. But the old formula was, work hard for 40 years, be passionate, focus on your strength, and practice a lot. The same thing. Stick to it. You've got to have grit. Be grateful. Stay where you are. Get that watch. And we know that's not to be true today. We also know that studies show that they change jobs maybe every 5 years, and many, many careers. I've seen plastic surgeons change their careers. What an investment in time and money in becoming so specialized. And so, some of the things that he talked about today, or that I was reading today, were, things that fulfill you, things where you're always growing and changing, and things that you're passionate about, and that is a well-being that you're aligned with. Because he talks about, and is so much data on successful high performers. And sometimes by all that grit and goal setting, and maybe they're a one hit wonder, or maybe they're burned out. Maybe they get a plateau and they can't go further. So, the really core things that showed up in all of the research is people want to grow, they are balanced in their well-being. So maybe that's good health and exercise. You don't want to achieve to one point where it minimizes and hurts the other balanced parts of your life. You're sacrificing maybe your family, your relationships, your health. What good does it do to work your brains out, your body out, retire, and die from poor health? I've seen that happen. It's so sad. Or people live for retirement and then they don't know what to do with themselves. So, because maybe they've been regimented. So, habits and creating healthy and residual habits. I can't wait to read more. I've been following him for a couple of years and was part of his growth day all last year with all kinds of speakers every single week from just thought leaders and experts. And we're all experts. So, it really hit me today is, gosh, network marketing has that. I do not understand why there's this stigma attached. And I think it has to do with people being able to be their own boss, to be able to be accountable to themselves, to be able to find success. So they think it doesn't work. And let's face it, every company is not the same in every business model. Every franchise is not the same. And franchises were poo-pooed for a long time and really shunned. All corporations are not the same. I worked for a corporation that when I moved to a different city, and it was a Ponzi scheme. So, our company that I'm with is on the NASDAQ. We cannot be a Ponzi scheme. And somebody below me, as I bring in, can achieve more than me. It is amazing. And I thought, you know what? Growth, well being, and fulfillment are all found in this industry. Not only that, it's making a big impact on the world because even if you bring in some people and they decide that they don't want to do this, or maybe they're just taking the wonderful products that you have, and all companies are not the same. All gyms are not the same. All grocery stores are not the same. And all network marketing companies are not the same. So you have to find where you're aligned or where there's integrity or where there are things that you believe in. But it hit me that network marketing is always personal growth. To be able to achieve, you have to be coachable and teachable, and you have to be willing to look at yourself. You have to be willing to be a leader and learn leadership skills. You have to learn to create systems that people can duplicate. And there's so many different areas. I have seen people, successful people, come from maybe pharmaceutical sales, from owning their own brick and mortar business, from maybe owning a fitness studio, all kinds of works of life, highly successful doctors. We all start on the same plane and we can all have limiting beliefs. We all can be stuck in a niche in some particular way. We all have to change and grow and almost be pummeled like a stone, like a beautiful stone that is polished and smooth. And that's when you can rise. That's where you can grow. So I thought about this because sometimes I've been really sad when I've brought people in and it wasn't aligned with them, or they decided not to do it, or they felt frustrated. But you have to have these qualities. But I thought, you know what? I touched somebody else's lives. They learned more about health. They learned more about themselves, and they learned more to share with other people. Maybe it was a little bit, maybe it was a lot, but I am making a bigger impact on other people's lives than working in a cubicle and doing some small task. And that gave me fulfillment today because I haven't achieved the ranks that I've wanted. I haven't cultivated the team of people that um, I want to bring to the top or that can bring me to the top. Maybe I learned from them because different people come with different skill sets, and I get to be balanced by some of those people, learn from them. No one is above anybody else. It's such a misnomer when people think of this triangle. Okay, think what's happening right now in our world. One person at the top of one country can destroy the whole world order, millions of people's lives, the environment, infrastructure, fear that maybe people can never get over from the trauma. And so it is not like that at all. We all come in in a level playing field. I think it is so unique, so special. I have seen a UPS driver sign up a doctor. Yes. So will you believe those people that might be bringing information to you? We are in a changed world. So when you are working with your children, you don't know what the world will be like in, let's say, 15 or 20 years. So empower your children to pivot, to be resilient, to look for fulfillment, to want to grow and learn, and not be stuck in a box of education or facts. We can find out facts now on the internet. In my day, we had to learn them, but now those things are accessible. We need to think on higher, more creative, and intuitive levels. And that's my message today. And I just thank Brendan Burchard for changing people's lives so much with no judgment. He feels that everyone is an expert. Whatever you have experienced, your unique footprint, your unique walk on this earth gives you an expertise that nobody else has, a vision that nobody else has, and a vision that others might need to hear or need to follow. And that's given me the courage to go forth to create the membership community I am and the work that I'm doing, because I do have a business with network marketing, and my business is called Wellness Matters You Matter, and I'm bringing forth a new paradigm in health. It's activation versus supplementation. But if I hadn't been open to seeing that, oh my gosh, this is the next level of health, to activate your body, because our bodies are miracles and know what they do. But I've been through a lot of trauma and sustaining trauma, and my heart goes out to everyone in the world affected by what's happening. Trust me, we are all affected. I know, I can feel it. But emotional health impacts our physical health, because dis-ease is disease. And so our cells can hold on to all of that. So I am working with resilience. I feel like I am a resilience expert of what I've walked through and continue to walk through. And that's where I can help others. And the physical aspect. And so I'm bringing those things forth from manufacturer to consumer. That is the way we work now. I'm frustrated going to the stores and wanting to pick something up that I need immediately, and they don't have it. I'll even look online and it looks like they have it in the store, but it's like, go online and order it. Well, why did I drive over here looking for it and I need it at this moment? So I can see that transition almost of it going away. Um, anyway, that's my 2 cents today. So when you are looking at your children, help guide them to be resilient, to be adaptable, to keep their eyes and ears open as seekers, as understanding, as seeing niches where they can find opportunity for their future, as opposed to being so concerned that they learn these facts at this particular school, because many of those people are not that successful. And so many people that didn't even have a high school education have gone on to change the world. So think about that. Think about it within yourself. And please reach out to me if I can help you or you want to know more.